$8 million. We want to build dependence on insight. We need the recurring revenue. Grand slam off. This is how I plan to create $250,000 in recurring revenue for my AI software. My business is currently running solely on upfront payments. Okay, so we don't charge any recurring revenue. The only thing that can kind of be projected is the usage that we bring on the platform. So every time the AI is dialing, the only issue with that is it's just as inconsistent as upfront payments. Okay, so the power of recurring revenue is number one. Okay, you have a problem. Okay, this problem that we're solving is inconsistent upfront payments lead to cash flow issues and business vulnerability. Okay, so even though, for example, our business has done consistently $50K per month the last 4 months, since that's not recurring revenue, my goal is to exit this company for 9 figures with a upfront payment revenue. Even though we've hit $50K the last 4 months, the valuation on that and that yearly income is a 1 to 2x multiple. Whereas if that was recurring revenue, so $50K per month where we could see the next 4 months we'll hit it, that's a 5 to 10x multiple. Okay, so our number one goal here is to get this recurring revenue up, replace the upfront payments with recurring revenue. Okay, by doing this, the problem that we're solving is the inconsistent upfront payments, and we're solving it by introducing monthly subscriptions, which will create predict revenue streams and will ensure stability in the platform. Okay, another thing that this is doing is it's obtaining and having a sustainable growth and long-term customer relationship. Okay, so right now our system and the way that it's set up is they pay us up front, we hammer everything all at once at them, and they kind of take everything that they need and leave, right? They use the platform, they don't use the platform, it doesn't really affect them. Okay, what this does is we have a very inconsistent customer basis. So we'll have customers who come through. Some customers might be very, very loyal towards the platform. They'll be very active, and others will kind of just pay and leave, right? That's not what we want. We want sustainable growth. We want long-term customer relationships. We want to replicate as much as we can Netflix or GHL. And the reason that we want that is simply because we want to build dependence on insight. Okay, so by building dependence, they rely on our platform. So I want you to think of something, okay? Let's take a business like a solar company that's relying on a call center. Okay, so a lot of solar businesses, without calls, they're fucked. Okay, which basically means without these call centers, they're fucked. And what that's doing is this call center, when a solar company signs on with them, that call center knows if they're doing a good job, they will never leave. As long as that solar business is running as a company, they will never leave that call center. Why? Because they've built a dependence on the call center. Without that call center, they have no callers. Without any calls, they have no revenue. That's the unfortunate case for those businesses. They fully rely and depend on calling. Without calling, they're fucked. What we're trying to do is replace these call centers and make them depend on AI. The way we're going to do that is through, a bunch of different pros. That's AI versus humans. So traditional calling has, they're vulnerable to staff absences. So if somebody's sick, if somebody doesn't feel well, if somebody, maybe is mad at the other person at their job, you'll have absences, which means lower volume of calls, which means lower revenue, right? Which is a dependence. Inconsistent performance. Okay, so if you take a look at SDRs and callers in general, usually performance will fade the longer that they're working, because it's very hard to keep the same amount of attitude when you're going through 400 calls and not a single person's picked up, right? Like that 401st call is going to be a lot harder to be at your peak performance versus if it was the first dial and they pick up the phone, right? The AI doesn't have that. Every single call, it's like it's had the best day ever, peak performance, everything. And then of course, limited scalability. So not only are call centers extremely expensive, but they're still limited. Even with 40, 50 humans, that company will eventually need to, if they're scaling, sign on another call center, or maybe fire and replace that call center with a more efficient one. Anyways, it's not scalable. It's very difficult. You have to rely on multiple call centers. If you want to scale and that call center isn't big enough, you now have to coordinate between the two. It's a huge mess, right? Something you don't have to worry about with our AI, right? 10,000 calls per minute for each agent. That's not a problem, right? Most businesses aren't getting anywhere near that, and if it needs to be scaled, it can be. Yeah, you take a look here, right? 24/7 availability. That's something that a lot of businesses don't have and could be a huge benefit if they're able to market that, okay? So huge dependence, right? If a company is switching from call centers to our platform, or for example, firing a front desk attendant and switching to if we have an AI that's outperforming their front desk agent, and also advertise 24/7 support for the business, it's going to be a huge game changer, right? They're never going to want to leave us. They're going to create a huge dependence on the platform, and they're never going to leave, right? That's what we want. We want them to essentially be screwed without us. And then, so consistent high performance, like I said, super, super good, right? Super, super good quality, because it's an AI. It's not a human. It will have the same emotion. It will be trained as it's supposed to. So when you train the AI, it will do what you say. If you have the best sales trainer, the best cold caller trainer in the world that is prompting this AI, it will forever be the best caller. It will forever outperform the human. And then infinite scalability, right? Right now, one agent can handle 10,000 calls per minute, but who's to say we can't put 100 agents in the business, right? Nothing's stopping us. So now, moving from building dependence on insight comes attracting high quality clients, okay? Transitioning from high upfront payments, we've had a very major increase in a sporadic quality of leads, okay? So we'll have some leads who are super, super high quality, consistently using the platform, calling, and we'll have other leads who maybe aren't, okay? They use the platform once, they don't even give it a try, they might not even answer us. We've had people who pay us $8,000 and they leave, right? Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but for what our goal is, which is this recurring revenue, okay, building a sustainable growth and long-term relationship, we don't want that, right? We want people to have a dependence on us in the business form of social media. So how many people do you know that go, first thing in the morning, what do? Open up Instagram and start scrolling, right? That's kind of the similar idea of what we're going for with the platform, except for businesses. Now, the second thing is attracting high quality clients. We need to identify starving crowds. Okay, so target industries where missed calls equals lost revenue. What this is going to do is going to help with our first initial goal, which is building dependence. If we know people who are struggling, there is a problem, and we have a solution for it, if we solve that for them, and they've already tried for 20 years to find a solution to this and can't, and we can assist them, they will never leave. They'll be a customer for life. Even if we 2x, 3x our price, as long as they see an ROI and we've solved an issue that they've, had issues with for a long time, that's a long-term customer, okay? And that's a huge strategy. You have to identify what problem are you solving and who needs it the most. Because if the problem isn't important enough to be solved, you're not gonna have people who stay with you long-term. Second thing that we're gonna do is emphasize long-term benefits, okay? So what we're doing, we're gonna have yearly, so a monthly subscriptions and yearly. If our customer eventually starts with a monthly subscription and they start to depend on us, they will realize, okay, I want these guys forever, and we will have reductions for a yearly subscription where they could save thousands of dollars if they go yearly. What that's gonna do is it's gonna make that commitment even further. So instead of just working month by month by month and canceling the next month, they can sign up for a subscription that's for a year, and we've locked them in. We know if somebody's paid for a yearly subscription with us, that they love the product and they're planning to stay long term. Another thing that we're doing on top of the yearly subscription is cost reduction on credits. So our entire platform runs on a usage basis for the AI, which is a price per minute. And what we're going to start doing is, and what we have been doing is introducing credits bundles. So for larger companies, people who want to do larger volume of calls, people who are starting to depend on the platform a bit more, we're going to have options where when they go to purchase credits, instead of purchasing $5, $10, $25, $50 worth of credits, they can purchase $100, $200, $300, $1,000, $10,000 worth of credits and get a large discount on it, right? Obviously, the more they purchase, the larger the discount. What this is gonna do is, like I said, another commitment, as many commitments as we can get them to make, as long as the platform is performing for them. And like I said, let's go back to the first point, building dependence. We will ensure if a client has paid $10,000 worth of credits, we know that they will exhaust those credits. So they've purchased it for us and they will continue. Now, another thing that we're doing on top of this cost reduction in our scalability section is we're going to have a renewal feature. So every single time somebody goes to a credits bundling and purchases a credit on our platform, we're going to have a renewal option where as soon as they purchase those credits, the very second, there'll be an opt-in to replace and top up the credits whenever it hits a certain amount. What that's going to do is it's going to make their campaigns and the calls going out run on autopilot, right? So if it's performing, if it's doing well, when they purchase the credits, let's say they purchase $100, okay? And they're spending $20 a day. They can set it to where when the credit hits below $20, it will top up again for another $80 to go back to $100 total. That way they always have 5 days worth of credits and can continue topping up. Now what that's going to do is, like I said, create dependence. So without them having to do anything, the AI is being topped up to where it has enough money to where it can consistently keep calling and they don't have to manually go in and add their credit card and click purchase and think about it and say, oh, should I do this or this and that? It's kind of like instantaneous. It's done for them. That's going to go, like I said, back to the first point, which I'm going to refer back to a ton of times. Dependence. They're creating dependence. It's kind of like a lot of people who have subscriptions running that they're not even aware of it. They don't even know. The only difference is this is now an AI that's calling leads for their business. And the businesses that we're targeting, like I said, are the starving crowds, people who are relying on us. Okay? It's kind of the loyal basis of Netflix and Go High Level. And then, of course, the third is deliver unmatched value. Okay? So what we're going to do is essentially create a product that's so attractive, so valuable, that their return on investment is a minor fraction of what we're making, okay? And this is simply from how low our cost is and how great the value is. Unlimited 24/7 customer support, calls that are only charged when the AI is speaking on the phone, increased KPIs, increased follow-up rates, right? Just the headache of not having to manage, train, hire, fire, a bunch of different things that you'd have to do with humans, that value is already there, right? So it's just building on top of this, finding the right. So we've delivered the value. We have to find the problem, and then we have to introduce the benefit, the long-term benefits. Because with these two, we could get high upfront payment and money in, no problem. Okay, but for the 9-figure exit and what our goal is, we need the recurring revenue, right? We need the recurring revenue. So leveraging a robust affiliate structure. So speaking of Go High Level, let's go back to here. Go High Level, in, I believe it was this month or the last month, they paid $5 million in affiliate commission. Okay, that means for the month, their affiliates alone generated them about $8 million. By leveraging a robust affiliate structure, what we're going to do is we're going to have our own marketing. We're going to have our own resellers, right? We have partners who are selling the platform. We're going to have our own marketing system for selling to business owners. Now, what we're going to do with a affiliate structure is on top of that, we're going to bring in even more revenue, okay? So in order to make this attractive enough, okay, to bring us that amount of revenue, we are going to make the affiliate structure as juicy as possible. And what this is going to do is it's going to build dependence on Inside AI, but on the other side of things, okay? Not just on using the AI to, assist in your business, but actually using the AI to create a business that you could rely on for your income, replacing a 9-to-5 or replacing a different business or replacing a job at the same time. What I mean by that is if the affiliate commission is juicy enough and if the affiliate's making enough money off us, they will divert their focus and solely focus on bringing us affiliates to our platform because they're getting 40% of the commission if somebody signs on with their affiliate, okay? So by offering generous commissions, it will inspire affiliates to become literally Inside AI praisers, like people who will praise us, people who will, take a look at Go High Level, right? $5 million they paid out their affiliates. If you make your affiliates happy, it's like having boots on the ground. It's like having me and then my business partner Jax. We're selling insight, right? It's like having us times 100,000 times a million, having a million of us selling to other people, right? If we make our affiliate structure strong enough, we will have 100,000 people selling the same thing that we're selling. And what happens is if those people succeed, they have now grown and have a dependence on insight, okay? So it's almost like a circle. They have dependence, the people they're selling to have a dependence, and that is the long-term growth. That is the exit that we're looking for, right? The money that we're looking for the exit. That's what we need. We need people relying. We need people loving the platform. We need people giving feedback for improvements. We need, right? And by building an affiliate structure, we'll have 100,000 people's feedback on things we need to improve, on their clients, what their clients are asking for improvement, okay? And this is basically, some companies will pay millions of dollars to go through this type of testing. Instead, we're going to be getting paid millions of dollars. So yeah, you can take a look here as an example. If our affiliates generate us $125,000 in revenue, we will pay out $50K in affiliate commission, right? So it's crazy, right? It's crazy what it can do. And by using this structure, I put it conservative here, but the growth rate could be 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x plus if you have that many more people relying, depending, promoting your platform, promoting our platform. Right here, a super important part is creating a grand slam offer, okay? So not only are we giving value here, unmatched value, conversion rates, follow-up percentages, booked appointments, metrics and KPIs, and increased KPIs with the AI, but we're creating a irresistible offer. So, for example, every single client that we sign on, if they are not happy, okay, so this is a guarantee, but it doesn't really relate specifically to that. We will continue working hands-on with our clients until they've achieved what they require. So, for example, in our contract, we have stated right now they get a month of free support. In reality, they will get support until the AI is outperforming their human. By creating a Grand Slam offer, we're not only offering great metrics, great KPIs, conversion rates dependent on the AI, but our actual offer, our support, our consulting, right? The people that we work with, our partners, they get so much value, I can't even explain it to you in words, right? So not only are they getting access to software, the platform, etc., but they're getting access to modules, they're getting access to daily calls, they're getting access to a license on recurring revenue on the platform, right? To leverage them more, to build dependence on insight. It's from Alex Hermo's Grand Slam offer, without a good offer, or with a good offer, it's going to make things 10 times. It's going to make things 100 times easier, even if you have a good product, okay? Build on top of that. So like I said, we have our guarantee here. So it reduces risk. We offer strong guarantees to eliminate hesitation. Now, this is more of a last case thing. If you do your guarantee wrong, what'll happen is you'll attract the wrong quality clients. We don't want people signing up with us because of the guarantee. We don't want them saying, oh, I'm safe. Even if I don't do any, even if I slack off and whatever, I'll still get my money back. You don't want that. You can structure your guarantee with stipulations, conditions to ensure, but you don't want to mess this up. So by reducing risk, we'll offer strong guarantees for those who are on the line, not those who are lazy, not those who, we don't want to attract the wrong kind of audience, because then that'll go against what we're trying to do, which is build a long customer satisfaction and relation. And then another thing is, ensuring an ROI. So this is, like I said, completely separate from the platform now. This is working with the clients themselves, building around consulting with the AI, become an expert in the field, and promise something, a return on investment. This kind of goes hand in hand with the guarantee. Okay, so these are kind of the three things, like semi-summarized, is scaling with operational excellence. So we have our hands-off solution, automating onboarding and results delivery for effortless client experience. So systems in place, trackers, modules, right? Things that you don't have to repeat yourself, make the experience efficient. You're going to have people who move at different speeds. So we want to ensure, even though we're attracting a higher quality audience, we want to ensure we're covering all bases. Quality assurance. So reinvesting in technology, reinvesting in customer success teams to ensure reliability. We've just recently introduced a CSM. Each client, so we're going to have 3 tiers of revenue when we're bringing in recurring. Our last tier and final tier will have literally daily calls with us, and the two others will have support through the platform. We'll also have walkthroughs, so the whole platform is going to be based around anytime you need support, you can get the best support. You can get a walkthrough, you can get literally whatever you want, any type of support. So quality assurance, make sure that everybody's happy. And like I said, become the backbone. Our goal is to position Insight AI as the AWS of phone-based lead generation. I want you to think of it as when a company thinks about something and thinks about, I want a company with very good phone calling AI, and they immediately think of Insight the same way that you might be out with some friends at midnight and think, I'm hungry, and everyone says McDonald's. That's the same thing that we're going for in terms of becoming the backbone, in terms of becoming reliable, and having our clients depend on client retention. We're there all the time, no matter what. Our AI can call anytime, no matter what. You can get support from us anytime, whenever you want. Kind of same thing as McDonald's. 3 a.m., go to McDonald's. And we're going to achieve all of this with driving leads through multiple channels. Okay, so like I said, we're going to have our affiliate network, we're going to have our paid advertising, and we're going to have our content marketing. So in order to achieve this $250,000 in recurring revenue to give us a higher valuation, like I said, minimum, we're going to be focusing really heavy on affiliates, okay? Because that's a huge amount of dependence, a huge amount of people. We're going to leverage, incentivize partners to drive high quality leads, okay? Have people focus on us, literally become a Insight AI affiliate. Just how there's people making millions of dollars per month as Go High Level affiliates. That's all they do, right? It's not their platform. They probably don't know anything about how to code on Go High Level, anything like that, none of the back end. They are literally just a Go High Level affiliate. We want to make people depend on it. Paid advertising, okay, so that's a huge thing. That's something we're even running now. Only we're transitioning from the upfront payments to targeting a higher quality customer and bringing in the recurring revenue. And of course, number 3, content marketing. You're watching this right now. My YouTube channel is solely based on showing educational content, showcasing real results to attract more people. Okay, whether that be for reselling the platform, whether that be for using the AI in their business. That's what my YouTube channel is, to give back as much as I can. And if somebody wants to work with me, they can. Now, I'm curious, what do you think makes software indispensable to a business? Okay, after everything that I've shared in this video, let me know what you think in the comments if you're still watching at this point. I'm curious to hear, to see if I can improve anything, see if I can maybe change anything. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if, like I said, I should have any changes in my plan. But I'm pretty confident, just from market research, and like I said, switching into this recurring business model, switching into this dependent customer basis, from just upfront payments, people kind of coming and going, some people doing really well, but others not so much. So yeah, if you found this interesting, let me know below. I'm going to put a video right here. So actually it'll be right here in the middle if you want to watch another video, and if you want to subscribe up here. Take care, guys.